It's Arctic Wintergreen Mint. Live from Hamilton Radio Studios from 206 to the 609 and beyond, it's WTF with Tracy and Friends. The most fun you can have on a Wednesday with your clothes on. Now, the 2023 nominee for Best Female Podcast Host, Tracy Brannigan.
You're good. Oh, I forgot the laptop. And I'm on. We're live. Welcome back to WTF with Tracy and Friends. I'm Tracy Brannigan, Jason Marinko. And welcome back, little uppers. How you doing? How was your week?
Forgettable.
Forgettable. Today is, I always say the date, and I didn't say it today because I don't know what day it is. Wednesday, May 15th?
May 15th, 100% correct.
And
Well
that's
done.
exactly how my
Yes.
day is going. I don't know. I thought it was Thursday all day.
You're winging it.
Totally winging it, flying by the seat of my pants. But that's how we roll. So, like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah.
You guys, we got a bone
Go
to pick
ahead.
with you viewers out there. We're getting the views. You guys are watching, but you're not liking. What are you doing? Like, hit the button, guys. Just hit the little button. It's free.
I actually had to communicate to Tracy earlier.
Yeah.
I said with the ratio of likes to watch, are you hate watching?
Doesn't make sense. People, I told you, they're very stingy with likes.
Yeah.
Like, that's across the board. I don't know why. They don't want to like. Just like it, guys. You know you like it. You know you love us.
You
Look,
don't
even
hate.
if you don't like us,
Yeah.
even if you hate us, you're watching us. Give us a like. Come on.
If you can't like, comment on why you don't.
There
Right?
you go.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Coming in here wet on Wednesday, talk shit for you. Come on now.
I know. Once again, it's raining on Wednesday. I thought we were done with it. I thought it was getting nice. We had some really nice weather, a couple great days, and then here we are again. When is it going to stop?
I don't know. At least we could put the jackets away hopefully soon.
I mean, I don't know. It's air conditioning in the afternoon, heat at night.
That seems to go.
Sick of it. Sick of it. And a little announcement for our really good friend of the show, Rachel Brenna. I don't think you've met her, but
I've
she
not
was
had the
actually
pleasure.
one of the first guests on WTF with Tracy and Friends. She is the owner of Open Heart Dance Studios in Robbinsville. She's hosting an open house and their first ever wellness fair. That will be on Saturday, June 1st, 12:30 to 4:30 p.m. So check it out, openheartnj.com. They will do intro classes, student teacher demos, and wellness workshops. Good time.
A wellness fair. Okay.
A wellness for ladies only. I have to say that.
Okay.
Open Heart Dance is a pole fitness dance studio.
Okay. Like a dance geared around pole dancing.
Yes.
That's you gotta have only ladies there. You can't
Toughest
have men. You can't have men. come to these
workout
things.
ever. Ladies, if you're looking to switch up your workout routine, I encourage you to take an intro class, try it. It's the most fun workout you can do. I've been doing it for several months now. Love it. And the changes I've seen in 3 months, unbelievable. So give it a try.
You remember?
I've been doing this workout. It's crazy. I mean, you got to be so strong.
Too much wintergreen.
The Altoid got you.
Yeah, a little crispy there.
Do your commercial for the Altoid. The Altoid got him.
Do you
Got him in the
know?
throat.
Do you remember who was the first person to have the pole dance workout?
No. Who?
Carmen Electra. Carmen
She
Electra
was?
she had the set before people were like putting poles in their houses and everything. Carmen Electra had the set where you would get the actual compacted pole with her video. And
No
it was
way.
brilliant. Oh, it
I
was
wonder if
like,
I could get one on eBay.
It was. Oh, you probably could, but it's probably a collector's item by now. But this was the first time you had to, like, you could see it. It would be in the Spencers sometimes. It was like $100 at that time to buy the whole setup. But that was one of the first things ever geared to market as an exercise towards that. As Carmen Electra.
That's
Yep.
pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I would love one. It's so fun. It's like you're like a little kid at the jungle gym.
Spinning
time.
it, right? Okay. Yeah, no, I could get it. I get it.
It's tough though, man. I'm
And
telling
they
you.
got music to tempo out to
Yeah,
it. So.
yeah. It's a good time, guys. Ladies, check it out. I'll be there, so come see Rachel at Open Heart Dance. Just check out the website, openheartnj.com. All right, so that was my public service announcement. What else? I have a new favorite NFL player.
A new favorite
I'm going to draft
NFL
him
player.
for my fantasy football. I hope I can draft him. Keon Coleman, wide receiver on the Buffalo Bills. He is a baby angel, a national treasure, this kid.
Oh.
He's just so funny, down to earth. He comes across like he's got this boyish charm. He's like a little kid. So innocent and sweet. You have to check out reels of him. I'm sure they're
Keon
on
Coleman.
Keon Coleman
I will check it
from the
out.
Buffalo Bills. Like, just a national treasure.
I like to take a moment to like watch a player I really like's highlights once in a while. Like for instance, last night after watching the Tom Brady host, I've seen Rodney Harrison back there, and I forgot how good Rodney Harrison was. And I just watched this collection of Rodney Harrison just destroying people, like breaking their helmets.
Really?
I remember reading an article about Rodney Harrison, and he used to play for the Raiders' rivals, the Chargers. He was a nightmare. And it said, Rodney Harrison gets so punch drunk on adrenaline, he will pass out at random moments on the field because he's so charged up to play.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I watched that. So I will check out Mr. Keon Coleman and see what kind of skills he has. I'll take your word for it,
I
but
mean,
we'll
I'm
have to
sure
look.
he's got skills because they drafted him, but his personality.
They
It's the
drafted,
personality
they
for
drafted
me.
him this year. He's a rookie.
Yeah.
Rookie wide receiver. Okay.
He's so funny. These interviews that he does, like,
Okay.
just, you got to watch it and tell
A
me, like,
unique personality like you're still not looking for.
what?
Oh, the Los Angeles Lakers are still looking for a head coach? Really?
Who was their
and-
coach?
For many years, Billy Goat-faced Phil Jackson was their coach.
Billy Goat Face.
He was a Billy Goat-faced in Chicago, and he was a Billy Goat-face in Los Angeles. And, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. We're getting random updates for basketball here. But I do know my Knicks are still in the playoffs, and they got this guy Brunson. He's really just lighting it up for the Knicks. And
How about them?
Supposedly the Knicks fans are so cocky, they're chanting things like "We want Boston" before they're even in that round.
Wow.
And, but that's good. I mean, you know, it's basketball's better when the Knicks are good.
Do you watch hockey at all?
I don't follow hockey, but if I had an opportunity to go to a live hockey game, I would seize it. Hockey is one of the best things you can watch live.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
is incredible.
I hate watching it on TV, but they have come a long way with the HD cameras now. Like, do you remember back in the day, you couldn't even see where the puck was?
I
Then
did,
they
yeah.
highlighted it at one time.
That got better. You go that like the blue blur.
Now you
could
don't
see.
even need that because the cameras are so good. I mean, you're like, oh, it's right there. It's
Supposedly, the thing in hockey is the Maple Leafs, Toronto Maple Leafs. Every year, they do well in the playoffs, but can't, do it. And they're getting
Can't deliver.
There's a lot of backlash where people are just pissed off, and complaining. Like, I drove 30 miles. I stayed at a hotel to see you suck, and this and that. Every year, you're doing this to
sound
me.
like Philly fans,
Right. But the eternal struggle will end eventually. Like the Phillies did win a World Series, and so on and so forth. But yeah, so that's the story out of hockey. And the Boston Bruins. I listen. The New York Giants are celebrating their 100th season. Okay.
100. How? They've been playing football 100 years? That doesn't make any sense.
Football goes way back.
100 years?
First college football game ever played, I think, was between Princeton and I can't think of the other team, but Princeton plays the first organized game ever. And
Really?
I can't think of the year, but yes.
Who knew that? You're a
Richard
wealth of
Altoids.
Are you okay with that Altoid?
I tried to unparch, and now I'm.
Do you need another, maybe? Or would that make it worse?
It might make it worse.
Yeah, don't want to do that. Okay, so I find it hard to believe, though, that the Giants, the New York Giants, the professional team, are in their 100th season. Like, who are they
Yeah, I
playing?
was shocked myself.
Who are they playing? How is it only the Giants?
Well,
like,
in
were they
the
playing with
90s
themselves?
Well, no, actually, 1924.
Okay, there you go.
Football was invented in 1890, 1892.
Speaking of anniversaries, do you know what store turns 60 this year?
What store?
I'll give you a hint.
Give us a
Store or
hint.
story?
This is their old slogan.
Okay.
We do it just a little bit better.
Wawa.
60 years of Wawa for our necks.
Wawa.
The geese. The geese
I
of Wawa.
Just saw today they're building another Wawa on Route 1 in Princeton, Lawrenceville.
Can the Wawa begin to rival the Walmart? Will that ever happen?
Or-
Wawa is superior.
I think they might overtake them.
Well, believe it or not, Wawa has a competitor.
Sheets?
No, Cheats, and there's another one that's pretty
Royal
cool.
Farms.
Royal Farms, thank
Royal
you.
Farms.
Cheats and Royal Farms.
Sheets, Royal Farms.
Yeah, there's Royal Farms in South Jersey.
What happened though to Wawa? Wawa used to be everywhere, and then all of the Wawas in our area went away, right? Like 20 years, I would say, like about 20 years ago, they all started to disappear one by one. And now everything they're building is a Wawa.
Well,
a super Wawa with
I-
a gas station.
My good friend Joe and I we have a saying, and we say, when good Wawas go bad, they become pantries.
Yes,
So-
the pantry one.
Fucking pantry, yes. You
Pantry
become
none.
we would go to this one particular Wawa that would be like, you wouldn't expect it to be like people asking you for money outside and all that shit. But it is, and we would fuck with the people inside. I'd be like, when you gonna make this place a pantry? Are you turning this into a pantry?
Right,
soon?
any day now. You trying to be a pantry?
Yes, you're very pantry-esque. But here's the thing. Nottingham's high school, the Wawa that used to be up the street that they turned into a pantry?
Yeah.
I used to live by Greenwood Cemetery there. We love that pantry. They had a good Boar's Head deli and everything there. Michelle loved the pantry. When we moved out of that area, she's like, I miss the pantry.
Yeah, well, because Wawa, they used to slice everything in the deli fresh. You know, they don't do that. They haven't done that in quite some time, but still
Right.
superior.
You could
to-
get lunch meat when I worked there. You would.
Yeah, we would
Yep.
like growing up, we'd go to Wawa. To
But
get
I
lunch
didn't have
meat.
to make anybody finger sandwiches though, when I worked there.
Right
I don't know
now,
how people
they're
do it.
making there's short order cooks back there. They're making all kinds of shit. I get overwhelmed with the little like.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you get?
Yeah. Sometimes a simple BLT is difficult for me to find in there because. And here's the thing, folks. Here's an inside Wawa anniversary tip. If you can't find the thing you normally get, just get something else because they are out of the ingredients for the
Just
sandwich
get
you're
something
looking
else.
for. They are out of the ingredients. Speaking of places that run out of shit, I was trying to go somewhere and I was like, I'll shoot over to that Boston Market. Rode past it, looked, no, you're not. That Boston Market is closed. And we would go there and be like, let me have a turkey carver. They're like, we don't have any turkey left.
Well, wait, but that's like all you have.
That's half the menu out the box.
Right, you got turkey or chicken.
Half the menu gone. So if you don't like chicken, beat it.
That's crazy.
They got no turkey. You know?
So they're closed. What are they going to be?
It's empty. I thought sometimes I could like to get those pot pies they got there. The flake.
Even
crust.
Red Lobster is closing too. A lot of them are closing up.
My mom just told me the 11 Red Lobsters
Yes.
going down. I got to tell you, we went to Red Lobster, funniest shit ever. You ever have the people that are mad in a store and they gotta, you're just a bystander, but they gotta make an outburst to let everybody else know how much this place sucks.
I live for that. I live for those moments.
We're standing there. We know we don't have reservations. We just popped in Red Lobster here. We just had the feeling for the lobster. So we're there, and this guy, he must have like brought his kids from Little League or something. So everybody's rifling out of the booth. They have not eaten. He just looks at me and the people waiting behind me at like the desk where the lobsters are on death row over there, and he goes, "Worst service ever."
Oh, he had a complete meltdown, huh?
So, well, he still left, but he screamed on out. So we go and eat, and the server's having a tough time. They're doing like half of the whole place. So they're doing half the tables, but it's okay. I like to have a cigarette before I have dessert. So we go outside. Now if you're gonna go out, you gotta let somebody know so they don't think you're gonna dine and dash on them. So we said we're going outside. You're just gonna have a cigarette, come back for dessert. Do you know what the manager said? He's like, just leave.
He told you just leave. Even the manager didn't want to
Like,
be
don't
there.
even pay. Just leave.
Just go. We can't do anything anyway. If you
But
do
what are we
sign
gonna
and
do
dash.
for them biscuits though if they close down?
You can
'Cause
buy them
it's-
in a box.
They're not as good. I made them myself.
Yeah.
They're good. They ain't that good though.
I don't know. Are they that good though to begin with?
They're that good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are that damn good.
My sister wanted to go there recently. She was craving something from Red Lobster. We went, and it was the worst service ever. I don't know how they're in business. I mean, and there was nobody in there.
Went
Like,
on
how do we not have amazing service? There was nobody else in there.
went on a first kind of getting to know you date there. Hilarious girl. Goes like this, flips through the whole menu, looks at me dead in the eye and goes, "Well, I always get the captain's feast."
Of course.
Like, no, they just-
Yeah.
She looked, what's the most expensive thing? I'm getting it.
Isn't it the Admiral's feast
It
or
was the
something?
shit. You know, that was
Yep.
hilarious.
Well, what did you say?
Go
What,
ahead,
like, what was your
Tracy.
reaction?
Oh, me? I was like, all right then.
Well, all right.
I said, I will see your captain's feast and raise you the rock Maine lobster
That
dish.
was a
which
good,
was like,
a good
yeah.
response. Yeah. So, what do you think of robots cooking in the kitchen? Do you think that's a good thing? Is that really happening? Robots cooking in the kitchen? Are
There are a few beautiful people in this world that enjoy cooking and cooking for others, and we're all the better for you. Thank you. Yourself included. You
Oh,
like
thank
to
you.
cook.
I do.
But a good percentage of us, more than ever, I think, are just like, I can't just stand here. I'll just drink some water and go to bed.
Right, call
I
it a
just, like,
day.
I
Like,
don't
if
wanna-
if I drink a lot of water and then just go to bed, I won't be hungry. I'll sleep through it.
Yes, eat
Then I
sleep
can make
tonight
toast in the morning.
Eat sleep for dinner tonight. You know.
I love that.
Yeah, eat sleep.
I
but,
love that.
But you know, so I if there was a robot I could acquire to cook simplistic things,
I
I
think
would-
a robot
yeah.
is a better cook than many people that we know. You know.
it's consistent.
Yeah.
It's not going to chintz. It's going to give you the exact measurements. You know, you might lose the human touch.
Well,
Your meatballs ain't going to be as good if the robot does them. Even
Well,
if you give it the
because
recipe.
there is no recipe. The recipe is
It's
in,
love.
in my heart.
It's
okay?
everybody loves Raymond,
You
right?
measure.
It's
I
made
measure with my
love.
heart. Like,
Made with
I
love.
can't tell you how much like parsley goes in it. I don't know. Just until there's enough. I don't know.
See
There's
that?
no measurements. So
No.
I don't know. If I had to write that recipe down, like, it would be really difficult.
It's just It's just known, and you wouldn't give. You're not go giving the recipe anyway.
Oh, I probably shouldn't even tell this story. I used to work at this place that had this coveted recipe, and people still talk about it. They're out of business. They've been out of business for a while, but
Are we
people.
releasing trade secrets?
No,
I got
no.
stuff to tell.
But I found the recipe. I found the recipe, this coveted recipe, and I'm like, I could
I'm so intrigued.
maybe sell this recipe.
Whoa.
I don't know. I just what I came across it. This is gold. This recipe that I found
Really?
in my old recipe box. Yeah, I'm wondering what to do on it. I'm sitting on it. I can't say what it is though. That's I shouldn't even.
is this?
I should not have even brought it up, but
But it's from a chain, a trade place? That,
it's
like, a
not
known-
from a chain. It's from a well-known place in the area. I'll tell you that.
Oh, you can't tell it then.
I can't. No, I can't. It's like it's sacred, this recipe.
And you came across
But
this.
know that I am armed with it. I got the recipe.
Oh, jeez. See
Yeah.
this?
Maybe I'll make it one day for flavor of the week.
That's very, I'm very encouraged by this.
But back to
Trade secret.
robots in the kitchen.
Robots, yes.
They can't be like slicing and dicing and like flambeing stuff, right? Like they're like
I think, just like anything, we'll start off basic with, you'll have your prep cook robot.
Yeah,
You know-
actually they call them preppers now. They have robots that can cook your fries, flip your burgers.
all right, all right. I'll tell you
Even
what.
make your salad.
I'll tell you what. I'd rather have a robot cooking the food than the robot serving me the food.
Oh, yeah, you know, McDonald's, they did a test run for one of their opening of their new restaurants. They had a robot come out and serve the people. They only did it once.
Had just one serving from the robot?
Uh,
Or the
well,
whole-
no, they did multiple servings, but in Japan, they actually have a restaurant that's totally run by robots.
Yeah, it's like you were going to like a machine and
Yeah.
it's assembly lining your Big Mac to you. I did
Yeah.
see those, yes.
Yes.
You know, speaking of robots that do things, I don't know if you've ever seen the company called Abyss, their creation called the Living Doll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And all I can say is, along with the Red Lobsters, there's going to be a lot of Forever 21 shutting down in the next 10 years. A lot of hooker boots being put away because these things are coming and they are going to replace you needy bitches. They are going to, I mean, it's the apocalypse once this thing comes out. The real doll. It's like Blade Runner, where he's just got this programmed woman, Stepford Wives-esque. They already, before they released him, they had so many orders come
Oh,
in.
wasn't there a movie that Tom Cruise was in? He had that robot female. It was like a futuristic film. Tom Cruise
Minority
was-
Report?
No, was it Minority Report?
In Blade Runner 2049, Ryan Gosling's character has that's what I meant in Blade Runner 2049, and it is it's coming.
It's coming.
The thing's coming one way or another, and you can use it as an iOS as well. So it's like an operating system. Can remember your dates like a personal assistant that you can bang without getting in trouble. So there's
Funny story. My daughter works at as a property manager at an apartment complex, and all the packages get delivered to the office. And if they're not picked up for 6 months, the property, can open them. They will, if there's anything they can use as gifts for events, things like that, they do. Well,
6 months.
Yeah.
Okay,
After
that's the
6 months.
timeline. Okay.
So they had to evict this tenant, and they notified him he had a package. Well, he never claimed it, so they got to open the package, and she was all excited. She's like, "Oh, there must be something good in here. It's heavy." Opened it, and it was one of those.
Wow.
Yeah, the live toy, and they were like, "Whoa!" That's why he couldn't pay his rent.
Those things you definitely they cost.
Buying one of those things.
Yeah, that's like your first VCRs. They're like thousands. They might be 10,000. One of them.
Yeah, so she.
It was one of them.
Yes, she never fails to disappoint with stories about
These
tenants.
6 month things.
Oh yeah, all the
Oh,
crazy
it must be
things.
so intriguing. Like, you're getting to the point on this box. Like, you talk about an added fun feature at your job.
Right.
Like, me and you would be working and be like, tomorrow's the day.
Tomorrow's the day we get to open that
we
one.
open the medium size one.
Unclaimed. It's like unclaimed, freight. Like it's
Yeah, no, that is cool.
it's like Christmas every month.
Very interesting, yes.
Never know what you're gonna get.
And after like 5 months, they're MIA. They ain't getting it. They ain't coming back.
Oh my God!
The
How can you
temptation
show
must be
your face?
overwhelming.
Wait, how can you show your face? After they've opened.
Sorry,
it,
I didn't pay your rent. Just came to get my fuck doll.
Just wanna claim the doll. Could you imagine?
Oh man, no,
It's
that's something
crazy. Oh, what a time we live in! I'll tell you.
else. These are the days.
What else we got? We got an update on Charlotte, this stingray. Okay, this stingray that I was obsessed with
Whatever happened with
has
that?
not given birth yet.
You're right. Scam, Tracy.
Scam. Is it a scam,
to
or
raise aquarium
the
attendants?
gestation period for a stingray is 6 months, but the gestation period for a shark is 12 months. We are at 7 months right now.
And
I think it's a shark ray. I think it's a shark. I don't think it's a stingray pup. We'll see. I mean, they're going to string us along for damn 12 months.
I suppose so. If they
I
can,
don't know.
If the science matches, they could stretch it out as long as they need
What
to.
a scam. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that whole thing. It just annoys me. Did you have a WTF moment this week?
I did.
What was it?
A fucking bank. I had a deposit going through that would counter a purchase that was going through in the same day. But 6 o'clock in the morning, the purchase goes through, and of course, the deposit doesn't get there till like an hour after. So I called the bank up. They're like, hey, I'm not paying this money for this overdraft thing. I don't do things like that. And they made me so frustrated, they made me forget my own phone number. Because they asked me for my phone number 4 times. I don't
Really?
call myself. So once I give the pre-programmed brain number, it eventually got to a point where they sent me the text. They had the number. You give them that security code.
Right.
I give them the security code. I go back in. They're talking to me. I'm like, look, I just wanted to tell you, like, the things came in reverse order. I just don't want to pay the fee. We'd be very happy to do that, sir, if you would just verify your phone number. I was like, what is it with you people and my fucking phone number? I gave you the last transaction. I gave you you know what? Fuck it. It's not worth it. And I just hung up and
Really?
ate the
They
fee.
got you, huh?
I guess so. So there's my WTF.
They got
How
you.
much fucking information does your own bank need when you're talking to them about your bank
Jesus.
account?
I know.
Yeah. I started rattling off a phone number from 7 years ago after a while. I'm like, I don't know, it's this one. And the only reason I know that number is because I have to give it for my CVS club card that I never updated. So, yeah, a mild WTF, but a WTF nonetheless. Fucking banks.
WTF. And it's a big bank, right? One of the big banks.
Yes.
Banks are terrible. My son bought something online, the young one, and my bank, somehow my card was attached to it, and like I got the fraud alert, and I had to reply, that it wasn't fraud, and then I got another one, and I'm like, Cole, did you buy this? I need to know. If you accidentally use my card, it's okay. You have to tell me though, because if I have to cancel my card and then wait, 7 to 10 business days for a replacement card, I'm going to be really upset. So tell me right now. And he was like, yeah, I think I did. I'm like, you little brat. But like I don't mind that, I'll get the money from him.
Right.
But don't make me cancel my card and get a new card
And do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then they're
7 to
super
10 days.
suspect about it because I did have a minor fraud issue, like a recurring charge from Texas. And I think that's why they were like so hell-bent on verify this man's phone number 17 times if he calls.
This is funny.
I was like, but you already called me. I gave you the number. You're making me forget shit.
I saw this charge from Netflix on my account for like $14.95, and I discovered it went back for like 9 months. And I'm like, I don't have Netflix. What is this?
You've been getting hit.
I
for
did
all
the
that?
fraud thing, through the bank and, researched it. Sure as shit, yeah, I was subscribed to Netflix, paying for it, and I didn't even know. I didn't even know I had it.
Did you do the trial for just to watch one thing?
I guess I did. Who knew?
Well, now you could watch the Tom Brady roast on Netflix.
I thought it was on Bob's card. I thought he was paying for it all this time.
Lost in translation. Yes.
Here, it was coming out of my bank, and I didn't even know.
Shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
We were trying to remember the Many Saints in Newark on
Yes.
HBO Max, the Sopranos thing. We're trying to watch this. Neither one of us knows what the ID is, what the password is, because we haven't watched it since. We go to put it. I mean, it was just a nightmare to figure it out, just to get it on again to watch it.
Right? And then you're like 45 minutes in, and then you're like, I don't even want to watch this anymore. I just want to go to bed now.
I'm exhausted from
Yeah.
trying to get
Yeah.
this thing in the password. Yep. So there's my WTF, but I think you had another one. Right?
Oh, man. All right, my WTF. Guess what happened to me today?
Today.
Today this happened. I got a parking ticket. This doesn't even look like a parking ticket. It looks like a CVS receipt. What is this?
I fight parking tickets. I show up.
Oh, this is my fault, though, I think. They have the meters in downtown Princeton, and I use the
That's
app.
where I had a parking ticket.
I always use the app. They're very strict, and I know this, and I've never gotten a ticket there. I use the app. I put my, the spot number in, the zone, the spot number, put the payment confirmed, the whole thing. 3 hours, I go about my day, go into my office, and then I'm looking for the receipt in the email. Oh, somebody's calling. We'll get back to you later, Brian Ray.
Live chat's open, Brian.
I totally lost my train of thought. All right, so I go in my office. I'm looking for my receipt for the parking. They always email me the receipt. It's not in there. I'm like, no, son of a bitch. I didn't confirm. You have to confirm your payment like twice. And I only just confirmed it once. It was pouring rain. I had the umbrella, all my stuff. I'm juggling. I got, the phone
They
in
do
one
that shit on
hand.
purpose
I think so.
at that machine.
I think so. I'm so annoyed at the whole thing.
Why would you have to do it twice?
Why do you have to confirm it twice?
I only
already
parked
told
it
you.
once.
Put it on this card.
Wow.
Exactly. So, yeah. And it's $45?
It's a banger for a Parker. Yeah.
Like, it used to be $25. Now it's $45. I'm so mad about this.
This borders on elder abuse, and I'm going to tell you why. I am of the theater and the theater of I. So it's not really my girlfriend's thing. So one year she bought me a ticket so she wouldn't have to go see a play that I wanted to in Princeton. And I go to see the play, and as I'm you got to make the showtime. It's a matinee. And I park, and there's elderly people parking next to me, and they asked me if I could help them with the machine,
Right.
which I think I can. And I walk over, and I don't know what's going on here. They don't have their debit card out. Older people don't do this stuff. They think they bought the
They're
tickets.
gathering their quarters.
Exactly, right.
To feed the meter.
They're
Dime.
thinking they can just pay a person to park or something like that. So I tell them, I hope we're okay. I don't know. It looks like, I had to get their credit card. So by the time I get over to my machine, I'm thinking I'm Johnny Know-It-All, and I just swipe my debit card and hit the thing once, like you said. Go upstairs, see the play. As I said, there was many elderly folks there. I wasn't going to take the elevator. I took the stairs, but there's a lot of folks with canes. I get out there like a few minutes late, but I did the McCarter dinner and theater thing where you walk to one of the local restaurants and you discuss the play with people.
Oh, that's fun.
It was
I didn't
fun.
know they do that.
Yes, it was fun. Although there was one individual there who monopolized the entire play dinner conversation, and it was not me. But other than that, but that was fun. But then when I got back, I got the ticket. So I went to court for it, and I explained my plight to the prosecutor. And my girlfriend thinks it's hilarious because I used a day's work to fight to wind up paying $25 at court costs.
Funny.
So I tell the prosecutor what happened. And she's confused. She's like, "So you were helping old people to their cars, and that's why you couldn't get to the meter to feed it in time?" I said, "No, but I wasn't hindering them either." And I did try to help them in the early going. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe, I used to work out in Princeton. They got a lot of power outages out there, a lot of swamps. When it rains, it floods out there. So maybe they need to, use this parking ticket money to restructure the electric or whatever goes on.
Seriously
Get some elevation, some
thought
stone going up there.
about fighting this ticket. Seriously thought about it.
Oh, they have a beautiful courtroom. Out of the courts I visited, I'd give it.
Out of the many courts I visited,
I would
what
say.
do you give it? What do you rate the?
It comes in number 2.
Princeton
Lambertville.
municipality?
Lambertville is the nicest court I've ever visited. Lambertville has sweatshirts for their court that you can buy. No
what?
bullshit.
Like destination sweatshirts?
Destination. You're like your LBI shirt with the crossed oars. They got just Lambertville sweatshirts in there. You can buy.
Souvenir shirt?
You can buy merch in the Lambertville court.
That's
Jason,
so funny.
Courtroom audit.
My friend Tom Agreeby, his son lives in Lambertville. We were just talking about Lambertville today. Tom, I'm going to stop by the courthouse and get you a Lambertville shirt.
The judge actually said it was a night court, and I think night court's a little more relaxed.
Yes.
The judge actually said, he's like, most of the people here, you haven't done anything all that bad. It wasn't just like traffic tickets, though. He's like, hopefully we'll try to get you, with the minimum consequences and get everyone out of here and as, orderly as we can and try to not make this too terrible. I was like, am I in the Bizarro universe here? I didn't know what was going on.
I just want to go sit in a courtroom one day and just see all the various cases that come through there.
There's
Maybe
a
when I
movie-
retire.
There's a movie. This movie didn't get much acclaim when it came out, but it's called Rob the Mob, okay? And it's about this guy. He's obsessed with the Gambino crime trials. And he starts going to all these trials, and he starts to learn about, with the rats talking about everything about,
How they work,
how
the
they
inner
don't,
workings.
they don't keep any pistols in the social club because somebody, they could just come in and you got a gun if they raid the place. So this guy starts robbing these mob clubs with his girlfriend. It's kind of real Bonnie and Clyde type thing. But that's, you could learn a lot just going to court.
Yeah, maybe in my retirement, I'll just sit in on some court dates. But so they made you pay the ticket. And
No,
then,
no.
Oh, you got out of it?
I got out of the ticket, but I had to pay the court cost,
Which is what? $35 probably.
It was 25.
The ticket's $45. I mean, I'm gonna pay it. But
If time is money.
It really burns me up. Like I park there all the time. I always use the app. I always pay it, and then they got me.
You could give it a call and blame the machinery. It couldn't hurt to try.
I'm so annoyed. But that's my WTF of the moment. Of the day. I mean, it doesn't even look like a ticket.
No, that's it. It looks just like the one I had.
I haven't gotten a ticket in years.
Oh, that's what this is about then. This is
Yeah.
something else.
This is my pristine driving record is now tarnished. Not
And you
happy
got to
about
go to,
this.
if you fight it, they don't even have merch. For court. They don't even have courtroom merch.
It's just on principle that I want to fight it. Like the app was faulty. Like I had every intention of paying the $3.31.
And you've done this before, but it just today.
I pay the meter all the time, 3 times a week at least. When I'm in the office.
$45. You could do a lot more with your $45 in pay
You're
tickets.
right. You're right. You're right.
I enjoy criminal type stories and underworld and everything, but one crime I could never be okay with committing, and I know so many of you who do it. I just don't have the nerve like yous. People who get the jury duty thing and just throw it right out.
Oh, that's lawless. That's so bold.
They just throw it right out. They refuse. They're like, they've been doing it for years. And you're wrangling people for $45. What about the people ignoring their civic duty? I mean, granted, once you get arrested, the only benefit is they'll never ask you again. But
Really?
Yeah, they ain't asking me. No, I haven't. I've never been asked. No.
No way.
No, not
I
since-
get called to jury duty
Nope.
all the time.
Nope.
Most recently, I got summoned for grand jury duty. That's like
Fancy jury.
20 weeks. Like it's ridiculous. Who has that kind of time?
I could see you going in the selection, being like, I do a
trying to
weekly
get out of it now.
podcast. I do a weekly consistent
Yeah,
podcast.
Exactly. I will be talking about this shit on air. Who has time for that? It's crazy.
But people are rebels. They really, I'm just like, these are people I know that wouldn't do anything else wrong. They're like, throw that shit out.
No
Say you didn't
way.
get it.
That's a crime. And like
Not
next
going
thing
to
you know,
fucking court.
next thing you know, you got a warrant out for your arrest.
But now see, that's what happens with the law. You have laws, but if you're not effectively enforcing them, people are going to break them. Even people who normally wouldn't break a law. Case in point, it is illegal to come into the United States without documentation. But for years, we meandered. We were like, yeah, maybe, fuck it. They're selling potatoes and shit.
We don't really mean it.
Yeah, right, like, wait. And then it's like,
It's like,
we got
stop,
to do something
but
about this. Or
no,
like,
stop.
no, we've been letting people break the law. So it's like kind of like, you didn't hardline your own law. And now people are throwing out all your fucking jury. You ain't going to have no juries. No more juries at the rate you're going.
I mean, I would hate to be on trial and have a jury of my peers.
Never. I would never rely upon 12 strangers to judge me. They might
Exactly.
not like what my neck looks like one morning and say, fuck that guy.
When you think about it, I mean, it's really, that's what it comes down to, 12 strangers. Your life is in their hands.
I have seen the same person 3 times in the same run of traffic in my commute to work. And I look at them, I'm like, you again, with that sticker on your
You
fuck your
again.
face. If I was in the jury, I might feel the same way.
You again. You don't know. You might. I've gotten out of it. I was on a jury one time, many, many years ago. And that was cool. I was young. It was like fascinating, like the whole process. But I mean, I would never want to do it again. It's
You were jury through to the conclusion, like actually
yeah,
on the jury.
On the jury, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was fascinating. But again, like God,
What kind of case was it?
It was actually a rape case.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was very intense. You
Shit,
know, and
Trace.
it, just came down to her word against his. There was really no evidence. And
Live chat is open.
yeah, it was, I would never want to be on a jury again. It was, yeah, there's a heavy, heavy case. But I've, have been able to get out of it the last several times. I feel like twice a year I get a notice for jury duty.
We got to get you to commit one misdemeanor.
I'm one misdemeanor away from being
let's
off the
have you
list.
travel with a little more than the amount of legal pot, and that should get you out of this vicious
No.
cycle. Just a
Is
little
that,
bit
it's
more
legal,
than-
isn't it?
It is up to a certain amount.
Oh.
Yes. But then if you have too much, you might be selling it where they want to get the money for those sales.
I don't know about that. But the long story short is I did get a notice. I forgot about it. I didn't do the little survey. I kind of like got in my desk drawer and forgot about. I went away on a trip, and I woke up in the middle of the night on vacation. I was like, oh my God, jury duty. I was supposed to call. It had me like really rattled.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and I called as soon as I got back, and they were like, oh, that's okay. Just call next week and see if you have to serve. Or no. They said, what was the number? I gave them the juror number. They're like, that's fine. We didn't call you. You can disregard it.
Okay.
I'm like, that's it?
Thanks for
That's
not
it?
ruining the whole vacation.
That's it? Like, it was, they were like, okay.
I got to tell you, I'm kind of floored with this case that you sat on the jury with.
Yeah?
That's really something.
What do you want to know?
I want to know what the attitude of the other jurors were. Was everyone aligned in their judgment, or was there
No.
conflict?
No, it was not aligned. It was
It took some
it was
time to-
hours of deliberation. Like, we're like, come on. Like, it was, everybody has to come to the same conclusion.
Guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I mean, two people were just like holding out. And like, what's your reason behind it? Let's talk this through. Let's sit down. It's awful. It's an awful process.
Incredible just to think like this happens somewhere in America every single day. In many other courtrooms
It
that
is.
regular people are in this.
It is. And then
it is
you
something.
also see why women that have been sexually assaulted don't come forward. This is part of it, to go through all of this, and then,
Right, right.
it's a whole thing.
Yeah. No, that's an experience I'd be able to write a book about. I
Yeah.
would, that is something.
Oh, well, you got it. Then they don't call you, though.
Oh, no, but I think I'm just hearing your story, and of course, everybody thinks of Henry Fonda, 12 Angry Men, the classic story, movie and play and everything that they do, and everyone's set in the beginning until Henry Fonda raises the doubt that he has a few issues with beyond a reasonable doubt, and everybody's pissed. They're like, oh, there's always one. There's
Yeah.
always one, And, again, I would not feel confident you grabbing 12 people, judging me on something
in
that
the jury of peers
Yeah.
system, no confidence whatsoever.
no confidence.
No confidence.
5 years or more, I run. I will be mad at myself. You could catch me after, and I'll be like, all right. But at 5 years or more, I got to at least try. I got to try to. You got to catch me. You got to earn it. You got to. I'm not just coming in for that case.
Yeah,
It's a half decade. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, and like I said, the grand jury, that's like weeks and weeks. It's months and
The
months.
one-
It's once a week, but it's for like 23 weeks. Something crazy.
Before the troubles, I was asked for one around the time I was 18, and it was down to the point of selection, and it was a drug case. Guy selling drugs near a school. And, he looked pretty down and out and everything. If I was on the jury, I'd, as long as you don't kill nobody or, do nothing to no kids or, fuck somebody up for no reason, you're probably not guilty in my eyes. But, I just told them, I said, I'm a claims adjuster. I'm a bill collector, and my job is dependent upon me being there every day generating money for my monthly pay. And the judge was cool with that, and he let me go.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, so I didn't have to sit on that jury. But that's what that case was. But yours that's unique. Wow.
It was. I forget how long it was, but just the jury selection process went on for quite some time, and a lot of people were dismissed, and you don't know why they get dismissed. Sometimes you're like, well, they seem to answer everything, and then they're like dismissed. Like either side,
Just
the defense.
somebody doesn't want something
like
wrong.
Anybody could just dismiss a juror for any reason. You don't,
I didn't
they
like
don't
that
have to
guy's
tell-
neck today.
Yeah,
Get him out of here.
Exactly. They don't have to tell you why. So it's interesting.
Michelle types in, she once had to sit on a molestation case that she had told me about, and she says, never again.
Oh.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds brutal.
Got picked for a case that lasted over a week and never went back after that. I discarded, Michelle.
Lawbreaker. Breaking the law. I discard. Moving right along.
Yes.
Anyway, it's almost summer. You wouldn't know it from this weather, but Memorial Day weekend. We'll be here next weekend. Get your calendar.
I'm looking at the calendar here. We got a week.
Next week, the 25th.
Oh, and thank you for reminding me. On Sunday, May 26th, I will be at Act Two Books, Flemington, for their local author showcase.
You will.
Oh, it should be a grand time. It's the largest bookish event in the Northeast, the largest Memorial Day event. So it should be.
Really?
And for those of you that like your craft beers and all your whipped up microbrewery stuff, they seem to have a very good one out there in Flemington. So get your read on and get your drink on.
What time is this?
That is
That is Sunday,
Sunday,
May 26th.
Sunday, May 26th. And I will be setting up as early as 8 a.m. I don't know when folks can come, but it is a weekend-long event, too. There's a local author showcase I'll be part of on Sunday, but that is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday into Memorial Day. So good time out in Flemington for the Summer Flemington Book Fest.
Oh, I'm just looking at your calendar. So I'll have a day off. I need a day off so badly. I just can't even.
Oh, you're looking at my
Operate.
28th day
No,
off?
I'm looking at Monday, national holiday, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes, holidays get
Holiday.
the squiggly lines. Squiggly lines so we don't plan to do anything we shouldn't.
Squiggly line. I like that. You know what? I'm going to admit right now on the air, I think I'm doing too much. Like I'm doing too many things right now. You know, I'm all over the place. If I'm not doing something, I feel like I'm being lazy, but I think I need a break. I'm just doing too much. There, I said it.
You've alluded to this in earlier chats.
There, I said it. Who's spamming me now? Sorry, I gotta turn that off.
So what do you think the solution is?
Yeah, I think I've just gotta just
Prioritize.
regroup. I need to regroup. I need to like pause, regroup, and reevaluate. And yeah, I'm just doing too many things. Oh my gosh.
What things, like they always say this, you have to prioritize it. What things, there's the things that need to be done right away. And then there's the things that could be done after. And that's the hardest thing for us as humans to figure out.
Prioritize, right?
Yes.
And I'm at the point right now where just things keep coming, and I can't stop to even prioritize. I'm like, well, wait, I got to do this. No, I got to do that, and then, things are falling through the cracks. So I got to slow down. I need a vacation, a proper vacation, but that's not until July. So I'm really looking forward to Monday, Memorial Day.
A holiday.
Like, I don't want to know nothing from nobody.
Yes.
Don't call me. Don't look for me. Don't text me.
This is a lay low moral.
I'm not going
Memorial
to
Day.
reply. I'm fine. You don't need a welfare check. I'm fine.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
really looking forward to that.
So
Day.
then you have, I don't know if there's events, you have Saturday, Sunday into the Monday. You could potentially have like a 3-day reset.
I think I might. I'm afraid to look at the calendar. That's where I'm at right now. Afraid to look to see what we have, but I might just not go. I might just bail and regroup. I think that's a great idea.
Bail and regroup. What does that consist of, though? I gotta ask.
I mean, I don't know. I might get in the car and just drive, or
Are you going Thelma and Louise with just Thelma here? What's going on?
I could do that. Yeah, I don't know.
I know for a fact, and my girlfriend, Michelle, yes, you're a big help to this. When women get like stressed out and life starts weighing them down, they start talking to like their girlfriend. They're like, yeah, fuck that shit. We could do that.
Yeah,
We'll just leave. We'll just leave. We'll get some money. We'll go here, this and that. But, it's fun to think about. but there are responsibilities and things that you must take care of, and you got to prioritize. So I know, and by the way, a lot of people don't know that Ridley Scott actually directs that movie, Thelma and Louise. Incredible movie. It's cited in the screenwriter's workbook as it's stark contrast. We're presented with Thelma, who is neat and orderly when she's packing for the trip, to Louise, who is all over the place. Right
That's
away.
me right now. Complete manic state.
Okay, see,
Like,
right. So, but they say right away, that early in the movie, they don't have to tell us nothing. They've just shown us these are best friends that are complete opposites, and they're within their internal conflict. So yes, but I hear you.
Thelma, I'm coming for you. Pack your bags. You know who you are.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it can be something as simple as that. A casino you never visited, far off somewhere. You go there and
Or not that far. Atlantic City's not that far.
I said you never visited. I'm talking like one of those Indian casinos in the north of Atlantic City.
That's too far.
But they have the spas and all the things.
Well, you're selling me on that. But I hate a road trip though. Like I'm like 2 hour max for a road trip. Like that's 2 hours. I can't do more than 2 hours.
Lucky for you, and I saw something that you happen to live in one of the greatest areas for the single day road trip on the map.
We do.
We are very fortunate in that regard.
I saw on the TikTok
Okay.
this game. It's a pack of cards and you scratch it off. It's like 101 adventures in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And you just scratch it off and like that's the adventure you're going to go on today.
My neighbor would do something called the Lighthouse Challenge.
What's that? Tell me more.
Shout out to Norma from my old house.
What's up, Norma?
Hello. She gave me the card, and it's like you start in South Jersey, I guess, and you and all these other people are like a caravan of travelers going to each of these events from lighthouse to lighthouse. And I could be wrong about this, but I believe each destination you get to, there's another added benefit for checking off that next light. You're like,
That's
you hit
so
your third
fun.
lighthouse, we give you moonshine in the top thing where the towers. Now, I don't know what they give you, but there's a meal. Obviously, you got to eat along the way to fuel.
Yeah.
But I always thought that sounded really cool, the Lighthouse
really
Challenge
does.
for the shore right there. But yeah, there's all kinds of wonderful things you don't have to go jump on a plane and go hours away. There are things you never knew that are just right up north or south or east.
There's so many things in the great state of New Jersey.
There really are. They really are. You never realize it till you keep. Ringo's. You see Ringo. Where's Ringo's, New Jersey?
I was just there yesterday.
You were just in Ringo's?
I was in Ringo's yesterday, I swear.
We got to get Susan Mary on here for the psychic energy to the tally. Have we heard from Susan Mary?
I have not heard from Susan Mary, and I wanted to reach out to her. I forget why.
Okay.
There was some synchronicity that occurred, and I'm like, I got to tell her.
I mean, what are the chances of Ringo's, Trace, that I just said Ringo?
I know. Whoever, was there yesterday.
Cape May Courthouse, one of my favorite city-state names, New Jersey state.
Not to be confused with Cape May.
Right.
Totally separate municipality.
Separate place. WTF out to my friend Joanne, who actually was moving there the last time I talked to her.
Ooh, lucky Joanne.
Moving to Cape May Courthouse.
Lucky
yes.
girl.
What's another wild New Jersey name place?
Hohokus.
Hohokus?
Hohokus.
I know no Hohokus.
You don't know Hohokus?
I don't know Hohokus.
Do you know Hohokus, Ruben? Hohokus?
You lie.
No, I do.
Tell me something of it.
Oh, it's
Tell me something of it.
small town.
A small town, Hohokus.
How convenient.
It's like Hocus Pocus.
Well, I'll be honest, because when I did Uber driving, I went to a lot of towns in New Jersey. So
That is right. You do have the experience.
Yeah, there's one town in particular that's in the center of New Jersey, and it's like I consider like kind of like the Beverly Hills of New Jersey.
Where's that?
It's called Menheim, Menhem, New Jersey.
What's it called?
Mendham?
Menhem.
Menhem.
I bet you they have merch at that courthouse.
I know, right?
Wait, is it me or is he mumbling it every time?
Menhem. It took me a long time to pronounce it, too.
Where? Say it again.
Menheim.
Menhem.
Menhem.
Menhem, New Jersey.
How do you spell that? I'm not
hold
sure what
on.
you're talking
Let me get
about.
the correct
I'm gonna
spelling
say
for you.
like.
In the
eh,
Hold
center
on,
of the
hold on. I'm gonna
state?
get the correct spelling for you.
Mendham. What county?
I say
Hold
like
on.
that. It sounds German. Menheim.
Menheim. It could be
Excuse me.
no,
What is
Jason,
he
it could be
talking about?
German actually.
Farfignugan.
Hold on.
Farfignugan.
It has been 4 weeks
Okay, we're
since
looking
the
at the map.
Anschluss.
All right, while Ruben's pulling that up, message us with like, what are your places in New Jersey for a good day trip? Let's hear your suggestions.
Or off the beaten path places that are just wild and most don't know of.
Yeah, you know what? What's a good hiking location? I need to get in touch with nature. I need a good hike.
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
I hiked once.
Once, just once.
Yep. I worked with this girl. She was friends with these hippies.
Tell us about your one-time hike. This
All
is
right,
good.
here you go. Here's the one-time hike. I grew up watching Friday the 13th slasher movies, so I thought every single like camping thing occurred at a cabin that you pulled up to a place and parked at. 'cause
And you
that's
thought
what-
everything was like Crystal Lake.
Everything is, yes, Camp Nobisco. Yes. So I bring like a case of Corona. And they're like, you're not going to be able to carry that Corona, man. And I'm like, oh. And so the hippies take me, we get there, and they're like, we're losing the light. We're losing the light. And I'm like, who gives a shit? We're going to camp. We'll set a fire when we get there.
Oh, you're hiking to camp
10,
overnight.
10 miles uphill.
Shut up. A 10-mile hike to camp?
Timberlands on.
Yikes.
10 miles uphill, clanking Corona bottles in a backpack the entire time.
There it is.
Ka-clank, ka-clank. All these fuckers keep telling me is, oh, but tomorrow it's downhill and it'll be better. They're like, oh, yeah, if you got anything, put it in the bear box. I said, the what? It's a metal box bolted to a tree so the bear don't eat you or the food. That the bear could be pissed off he can't get in the thing. And I didn't really care about the bear. It was uncomfortable. It was camping, and I shan't be doing it again. Unless we come to the end of times in which I have no choice, which is a good bet as well.
Could
But yeah,
happen.
I mean, hiking, I'd rather go to one of them places that look like the American Gladiator Studios and have a harness and climb the shit.
Yeah, like
What?
rock climb?
Is that what it? Yeah.
Rock climbing, yeah. I would like a nice leisurely hike, maybe with some waterfalls, just
Leisurely hike.
Yeah,
I can
not like
appreciate
a
that.
difficult hike, like
Yes.
more like a walk, maybe.
An aggressive stroll,
Yes, exactly. An aggressive stroll
as Ruben shows us real
That-
estate in Mendenheim.
that I can hike. Like,
Mendenheim.
I don't want to
Yeah.
need like hiking shoes. You know what I mean? Then I could just wear regular sneakers and like.
But no flip-flops.
okay.
You still want to do a little bit of
yeah, no
nature.
flip flops, right? Like
You know what's in nature, Trace?
bugs,
Fucking bugs.
and like
Mosquitoes in your neck.
rodents, and yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but sometimes it's good to get
Raccoons that'll fight you to the death.
out there. So we got to bring the bear spray.
Exactly.
When I worked at the crematorium, I was like a pitcher watching runners on first and third because the raccoons would come out of the woods and try to steal my small dead pets.
Oh yeah,
Really?
raccoons
Before
are-
I could cremate them. Well,
boy.
he'd knock over the dumpster first and fill up on that.
Yeah,
but
raccoons
then
are,
he would
What was
challenge
in the
me.
dumpster?
McDonald's.
Oh,
at the
okay.
daytime.
All right. I
People
was
had
like,
left.
what?
It was worth it for him. I got video of it somewhere.
All right,
What do
well,
we got?
What's the flavor? WTF. Today's flavor is
What you got there,
gourmet popcorn of Carlisle. We've got this
Ooh.
from the Trenton Punk Rock Flea Market. This was one of
Carlisle.
the vendors there. Lovely gentleman. I forget his name. I'll have to look. I apologize. I'll give you a shout out next time. But gourmet popcorn of Carlisle. They had many great flavors. Cinnamon toast. Smell it. Smells like cinnamon toast crunch.
Smells like the circus.
The circus?
I've never been to the circus, but if I were able to go,
You've never been to the circus? Stop it right now.
no.
No. What do you mean you've never been to the circus? Why not?
I just never got around to it.
You have to go to the circus. The circus is fun
They closed down the circus.
because of the elephants' cruelty.
Yes.
Really? That's
Yep.
a shame. You missed out.
I did. Yeah.
I
There's
went
like
to
a
the Monmouth
3-hour
Park racetrack for Mother's Day.
You did go to the racetrack.
Did go to the racetrack, yeah.
All right.
I won $2.60.
A win is a win.
Bob and Noah both won money, though.
Let me try that.
Oh, this is good.
Ooh, what do we have here today?
Flavor of the week, Rube.
Flavor of the week: gourmet popcorn of Carlisle. Cinnamon toast.
It's not just a caramel popcorn.
Cinnamon toast. I forgot to take down the map.
You can really taste the cinnamon. That's okay. You can really taste the cinnamon in it. It tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch on popcorn. I'm a big fan of this one.
I like popcorn too.
This tastes amazing to me, but
Very sweet, though.
there is
Oh,
a,
you did it now.
there is a
Oh,
thing.
A
You,
what?
you have broken a precedent for me here. I don't eat popcorn unless I'm in the movie theater, even the cold kind. So this is like really awesome to me to have popcorn right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm biased.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Knocked it out of the park, gourmet popcorn of Carlisle.
I spilled a lot and I'm going to eat it.
I like it.
What do you give it? 10. 10. 10. 10.
I give it 10.
It's like buttery. Get a little bit of salt. The sweet.
What makes it of
cinnamon.
Carlisle, though?
Carlisle, Pennsylvania. That's where they're from.
Oh.
Yeah.
Handcrafted.
Carlisle.
Pennsylvania is superior for snack.
Actually, isn't maybe I'm wrong, but isn't hers near Carlisle? If I'm not mistaken. Hers potato chip factory.
I have no idea.
This is where I was going with that.
Oh, okay.
I had the Hers party mix. Too much tortilla chips in the party mix. Hardly any barbecue chips, pretzels, and the Cheeto things. That's hardly a party. It's hardly a mix.
Do they have those weird, like, rye bread crisps in there?
No, why? Those are for people who need to absorb the beer.
That's Chex Mix.
'cause
That's
those,
like the
that's
word. Like,
Chex
why
Mix.
do they put that in
Let's check.
when I would drink beer,
the
they taste good with beer. Those
beer
weird
mix.
things. They do.
They taste good?
With the
If you're
beer.
drinking beer and it's like a beer snack.
I guess.
That's
like,
the only
at that
time
point, you'll
it's-
eat anything. Like, you're,
The
you know,
only time it's ever tasted good to me. I was like, oh, that's why. I'll mix it up with the
it's the only
pretzels
time
and
it's acceptable.
stuff. It was good.
Yeah, that was
time.
good.
Yes, but no, their party mix is tortilla,
Where did,
pretzies, crunchy oranges.
Where did we get those from?
The Trenton Punk Rock Flea Market.
Oh, really?
Gourmet popcorn of Carlisle. This is the cinnamon
very
toast
good.
flavor. Superior. Guys, you need to try this. Order it online.
They have an Instagram and
I'm sure they
Everything
do.
up,
And if
it's
I
all-
was
there
prepared
you go,
today,
Facebook
I
page.
would have said it. www.popcarlisle.com.
Pop Carlisle.
That's POPCARLISLE.com. Yeah, good stuff.
we have a suggestion.
No artificial ingredients. Gluten free.
That was really good.
I mean, come on.
Especially if you love French toast.
But
And
it does
popcorn.
contain milk and soy. That's what it tastes like. French toast. Yeah. Yeah, good
Of
stuff.
course,
there.
if you're lactose intolerant, be a little careful.
So,
Like me.
Hickory State Park. Anyone know where that is?
Hickory State
State Park?
Park.
To Boulderfield. It's beautiful, and she'll enjoy the hiking to the boulders.
Hickory State Park, Boulderfield. Okay.
Yep.
Boulderville.
Duly noted. Who's that from? Thank you.
Motherfucker.
Oh, all right.
Okay. That's the name of the person.
No. It seems the furniture in my home's been moved around again. Every time I walk in, it's like a new place. You never know what's happening.
Well, good thing you're not blind.
The only thing that's same is the cats. I'm just glad if they're there.
Can you imagine getting up in the middle of the night? Oh, I forgot you moved the couch.
Can't go live, guys. We got to go. Show's over, but thanks for joining us.
Thank you
See
for
you.
joining.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Next
Okay,
week.
hold on.
All right, little effers. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Yes.
That'll be May 22nd.
May 22nd.
May 22nd.
Next
Oh, the birthday of my
WTF.
best friend. All right. We'll see you next week.
All right.
This was so good.
This was a good one. This was a very good one.
You
See?
know you want more.
I really liked it.
Good. Oh, what did you give it? We didn't-
Thank you for watching
I'll go check it.
WTF with Tracy and Friends. WTF with Tracy and Friends is brought to you courtesy of Hamilton Radio. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and tune back in next Wednesday with another episode of WTF with Tracy and Friends. The most fun you can have on a Wednesday with your clothes on